feeling ko people think my life is so perfect, but like I'm struggling behind. Like I am not sure if I'm good enough. Ganyan, may mga
Diba?
issues pa rin ako
Saboteur,
na
inner saboteur.
men think they're actually better than they are, but women think they're worse than
Yun
they
nga
are. Do you think may affect yung social media? Like,
Oh, of course,
No?
especially now at our with our generation, at this age and time. Grabe yung social media.
grabe, like I
Grabe.
honestly get so stressed, and recently feeling ko nga like let's for example they changed the algorithm because sometimes I can be on my phone for so long na hindi ko na for me like brain rot is
Yes.
real. This podcast, I wanted it to be about women who are bold and strong, who don't really necessarily fit the mold, but they have their own success stories. And I think your story, I really, truly, deeply admire, from being a professional volleyball player to becoming a mom to now transitioning into this new era. And I feel like our viewers have so much more to learn from your story.
Grabe ka naman. Oh my gosh! I'm so
Oh my
honored
God.
to be here.
Okay.
Almost honest.
We are gonna be almost honest.
So I can lie. Charot.
No, we're gonna progress. So
Okay,
from almost honest, we're gonna be completely
Okay,
honest.
sige.
We're always honest.
Let's go.
Okay, so let's start from the end.
Okay.
So for so long, Phil the athlete was your identity.
I know.
Did you find did you already know in yourself when you wanted to stop?
I think for the longest time, since I was like 12 years old, kasi that's when I started playing.
Okay.
And for the longest time, I have always been the volleyball player. And
Okay.
even now, like, you know, ito nga end na, like I stopped playing
Yeah.
professional volleyball. But people, when I go out or like go around, parang they tell me, uy, ikaw yung nagvo-volleyball, diba? And
Yeah.
parang that identity is so tied within myself na parang alam kong volleyball player ako. So when I stopped, it was so hard. It was like breaking up. Like, you know, how do you separate your identity for the longest time? Kung sino ka na ba talaga ngayon?
Tama. What helped you move from that transition period?
It was hard. Like, sobrang hirap. Parang naluloka ako. Like, you know, I colored my hair red.
You always want to do something different.
Yes,
no?
I cut my hair short, colored it
Sabi
red.
mo nga, it was like a breakup.
Yes, it was like a breakup na parang it's heartbreaking to let go of something you've done for most of your life, like more than a decade, like 30 years I was playing volleyball, and you know, separating from it. Separating
Yeah,
talaga,
separating
breakup.
talaga.
Was just like a process na parang I had to go through. But I got over it, or like it was easier because I had the right support with Lino, my kids, my
Yeah.
family. So parang when I was going through that, sobrang like parang di ko na alam gagawin ko. Like para pa sa akin to. Yung self-doubt na parang magaling pa ba ako? Parang tanda ko na. Pero hindi naman talaga.
You're not old at
yeah.
all.
So I guess it was easier for me because Lino was so supportive. He will tell me, he'll see me cry. Like, sabi ko, like in the morning, sabi ko, I don't want to go to training. Yeah, it was so hard. 4:30 a.m. I had to
Yeah.
wake up every day. Parang, yun, parang sabi ni Lino, it's okay if you want to stop. I'll take care of you.
But you knew deep down na parang it was time to move on? Or
siguro denial pa nung umpisa
Okay.
na parang,
parang mga phases of grief yun, no?
Yes,
There's denial,
I
and then
know.
acceptance,
Oo,
and then you
yun.
finally move
Anger.
on. Anger.
Alam mo, parang-
Nagalit ka ba?
siguro nagalit ako sa sarili ko na, alam mo yun, bakit ako magka-quit? Ba't ako,
Okay.
kaya ko pa naman maglaro? Like physically, you know, kaya pa ng katawan kung ipipilitin.
Yeah.
But it was just exhausting siguro. And I feel like, yun nga, yung I think ang dami ko pinagdaanan para lang finally ma-decide ko na this is my last season. I don't know if I'm gonna return. And, you know, let's see kung ano mangyayari if I stop playing professional volleyball. So, nakakatakot. Like, even now, you know, I have teammates or friends na
Yeah.
in this transition stage. And I talk to them na parang, yeah, just go through it. And alam mo, when I stop playing, lumaki yung mundo ko. Like,
I love
as in,
that.
like, nag-expand yung social network ko. I
love
had
that.
more time. So yun, more time. Yun talaga.
You talked about this whole transition period. Aside from Lino, what else helped you move from this new transition period?
I think, yun nga, I've always been like a student athlete and now
Yeah.
I'm a mamathlete. Mamathlete.
Mamathlete?
So, hindi naman din, swerte lang ako na hindi lang volleyball meron ako. I have my kids, I have my family. So parang, it was an easier decision na parang
Yeah.
my kids are growing up, especially now na very important yung stage ng 6 to 12. So
Exactly.
developmental stage nila. And I wanna be there. Gusto ko yung ganong stage nila, yung 6 to 12 nila, yung nagde-develop sila. They'll know that mama's always there. Mama was always home. Ganon. So
That's so
parang,
beautiful.
yun yung isang decision na helped me to like go over, like jump. Talaga. To like park. Nung una park lang. Sabi ko,
Yeah.
sige, skip mo ng season. Timeline, I'll come back siguro in this conference, all Filipino. Ganon, nakaplan. Pero nakakatakot kasi parang if I leave my team, may kukuha pa ba sa akin? Or like may
Did you
career pa
ever
ba ako?
feel guilty at one point? Or
For leaving
let's
it?
say leaving?
Yung final decision, no guilt na.
Okay,
Kasi
okay.
like I feel like that final moment na, parang hindi ko pa alam kung na-guilty ako. Pero alam ko, in time, I was at peace with my decision. So, walang guilt.
Yeah, maganda yung at peace
Yeah.
with your decision. Kasi parang a lot of people, or feeling mo ba, did you outgrow yourself?
Pwede. Kasi
No?
parang, hindi naman, alam ko naman, di naman forever yung volleyball.
Tama.
Siguro, it was time. It was time na for me to, reach for other things or to grow
Yeah.
and fly
Fly
somewhere
away to
else.
different things. Parang I read the study na parang every 12 to 18 months, the transition of us changing becomes so quick. So feeling ko, let's say, yung experience natin before wasn't affecting us so much now, or the things we used to like, we don't like
Yes.
anymore, no?
I agree. Pero
Like we
parang,
grow so
yes.
much more fast now.
And kung hindi naman tayo nag-change, ano na?
Exactly.
Mag-mature naman tayo.
Exactly.
Diba?
Ang point naman ng life, eventually, ang point ng life is to grow and evolve
Yes.
as a person. So, let's say to someone in this transition period in their life, whether that's moving on from an athlete or let's say may trabaho sila or pagpa-pageant, what advice can you give them in like this moving on or letting go period?
Okay, siguro. First is that it's gonna be hard and
That's
you
so
need all
true.
the support. And
That's
hindi
so
ka nag-iisa. Like, I didn't know na I can ask for advice. I didn't know na pwede ka palang mag-confide sa friends mo and to even your teammates, yung mga
Yeah.
co-workers mo or, di ba, mga other pageant queens. Kasi iba rin yung experience nila and baka meron kang matutunan doon. And don't be afraid to ask for advice kung may big decision ka. Pero in the end, I feel like you have to make it on your own.
Yeah.
Kahit nakakatakot, you have to be decisive. You have to like, panindigan mo yung decision mo and you have to make it on your own para when the time comes, diba? Yun nga, at peace ka sa decision mo.
That's so beautiful. You finally decide to move on because you get the support of the people you need, your husband, and then your friends and your coworkers. Oh, I love that. Okay, question. Now that we moved on, let's say nasa dinner kayo.
Yes.
And then people want to introduce you as this is Phil. How do you want to be introduced? Like, how do you say, what is your title?
Yes, yun nga, pinag-usapan for the longest time, I'm the volleyball player. So, kaya nung college ako, this is Phil from Ateneo Volleyball, diba?
Yeah.
And then after that, this is Phil, she plays professional volleyball. And now, nandito na nga sa end transition natin, I think like,
Who are you?
I
Parang are you
know.
do you think you've found yourself now or are you still in this transition period?
Sa ngayon, I think like, I am more confident now. Na
I
even if
super
they
love
don't know I'm a volleyball player, I know I'm proud of the name that I made. Oh, naiyak. I'm proud of the name that I made. Like, I'm Phil. When events, pag nasa events I just introduce myself as Phil.
Yeah.
And then bahala na. Like, you don't have naman, kahit naman yung last name, diba? Phil Cayetano dati. As a parang single girl pa dati. I mean, it had its weight naman. I was a volleyball player in Ateneo and even playing professionally. Yun nga. So parang now, yung title ko, I don't think about it. Like now for like dinners, I just say, hi, I'm Phil. Yeah, asawa ko si Lino. He's my husband.
I
Siya
love
yung
that.
trophy ko.
I love that.
Yeah, like, confident ka na parang why would it always be like, I'm the wife of Lino.
Yeah.
Pag introduce ko, oh yeah, he's my husband. Kasi parang it's my way din naman to like feel confident na I can be on my own. Diba? But then, syempre, ganda rin kung may partner ka. It's
Yeah.
like power couple. Yun.
I feel like since you both are strong people, parang the two of you complement each other so well, and a power couple.
Thank you.
Diba?
Yun, I feel like si Lino lang lets me be myself. And kung may trip ako, hindi lang talaga social media thread. Like, pinipilit ko siya ngayon. May gawin na parang TikTok. Hindi talaga eh. I go first and last please, para may pang-anniversary ko. But, I guess, yun nga, nagko-compliment kami in a way na we let each other be and like he gives me the freedom that I want.
Yeah.
And then,
How do you say you were different from, let's say, your 20-year-old self? Let's say now, feeling ko kasi, confidence is quiet. Parang you're more calm, you're more secure
alam mo,
of
ang
yourself.
galing mo, you're so intuitive. Like,
oh my God!
yeah,
Guys, I don't get that compliment a lot. Pero
yeah,
sige.
I mean, I think, cringe naman talaga nung college. As in, like, looking
Cringe,
back.
no? Parang
Cringe,
when you
like,
look at yourself when you're 20, don't you think parang, who was that girl?
Yeah, kadire.
Yeah.
Like, sobrang cringe na I was so kulit. I was also insecure. Pero syempre, nobody knew kasi I was playing
Did you
ball.
know you were insecure? Like, I honestly didn't know.
Well, no. Ngayon lang nung
just like-
napaprocess, nag-healing na
Diba?
tayo. But like, 20-year-old me was like, of course, I love playing volleyball, but like in college and like school and then, mga boys.
Well, like, sige nga, who were you in college?
Who was I?
Aside from being the athlete.
Yun nga yung mahirap kasi I've always been the athlete in college. I was
Okay.
obsessed with
Like,
volleyball.
totally obsessed.
Obsessed. Like, I just want to play volleyball. Like, if walang training, maghahanap ako ng training.
Okay.
Kung weekends, off-season, maglalaro ako ng volleyball. So, I think that time, I'm glad I had that college time to be obsessed with volleyball and love it and cherish it. Pero, yun nga, college time, mahirap din yun. Like, up and down din yun. Kasi, you're a student athlete.
Yeah.
And then sa Ateneo, they're very strict with the grades. If you don't make it, tanggal ka sa varsity team.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
And there aren't by the way, guys, Phil and I went to the same school together.
Yes.
Ateneo.
One big fight.
OBF.
Yes.
Big fight.
But I see her sa dorms.
Oh
You're a
my-
dormer,
I'm
diba?
a big dormer. Saan ka saan ka?
Hindi, I'm not a
pupunta?
dormer. I'm just nakikidorm.
Okay,
Eliazo.
Eliazo.
I see you. Like, you're in the same floor as the athletes. And I've
Yes.
known of you since
What?
I've known of you since college. So, maganda na siya ever since, guys. And she
Wow,
was
I love
popular
it.
also.
Wow!
Yeah, nung college pa lang. So, yan. And matangkad. Stunning. Matangkad ng
Wow.
college.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Sige nga, can you give one memory of college na you won't forget?
One memory of college, I guess siguro yung mga bonfires. Dami natin bonfires. Diba?
Sa dulo, di ba? Parang,
Every year meron tayo. And I guess that's just the gym. We live there. We have my quarters
you
doon.
know,
ano
I've
ba?
only been to the gym once because may binisita ako doon.
Talaga?
Oh my God, yeah.
Doon sa Blue Eagle Gym.
Blue Eagle Gym.
Yes.
Parang once lang. And then, doon nag-train lahat ng athletes.
Yes, doon kami training every day. And may quarters kami doon. Like, we sleep there.
Oh.
Like, mayroon kami 5 a.m. trainings there. So, yes, welcome to the gym. Riley. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of women feel lost in their lives. Was this one of the times you've felt lost, or have you
Yes.
felt lost before?
Yes. Like, recently lang. Like, yun nga, when I
love
stopped
that.
playing, parang it was really hard to, know myself again and find myself na parang, it was sad talaga. Like, it was like, one of rin na parang downtimes na parang if I'm not playing, who am I? Like, if I don't have volleyball, anong pwede kong ibang gawin? But then if you look at things differently, ibang perspective, wait, may mga anak ako.
Yeah.
I can take care of that. I have a husband, I can also take care. Parang ang daming roles. Minsan kasi nagsa-spiral down ka, hindi mo na nakikita yung ibang bagay. Kasi masyado ka nang tutok talaga sa
Yourself.
sarili. Yeah. So yun, I guess it really helped me mentally. Yung mga, kunyari,
Like, what helped you get through when you're feeling lost?
I think astrology.
Astrology.
Alam mo lahat na ginawa ko, like astrology. Tapos syempre, prayer pala.
Alam mo minsan, when I kapag nag-astrology ako, and then negative,
wala na.
I go down this really bad spiral.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. I'm a failure.
Yeah.
Ganyan.
Hindi, joke lang yung astrology. Pero syempre, yun nga, sometimes then I pray and then meditate. Meditate talaga really helped me na parang just to ground myself. And I feel like, kunyari, nasa training, kind of volleyball every day, your world is just like this. But then if you stop and meditate, just ground yourself and pray, you'll be able to like reset. Alam mo yun? Parang it will help you like, okay, life is good. Alam mo, hindi mo lang alam, pero like life is good. May mga problema yung bang tao mas malala. Like, alam mo yun, you just perspective then. And that's what Lino taught me, na parang,
Actually, change your perspective.
Yes.
What perspectives have you changed recently? Is it like, say, ako kasi sometimes when I feel I'm in a downward spiral or I feel lost, parang, okay, I need to shift to gratitude.
Yes, exactly. Parang, I think, I learned this from Lino talaga, na parang, sabi niya, feel life so short, life is good. Don't stress, kasi ako naman, I grew up tough love. Tapos, alam mo yun, parang, aligaga, like, it's very frazzled all the time. And that's why siguro ngayon, sinabi mo nga na mas kalmado na ako. Because, Lino is so chill. He's so like grounded and like, parang chill lang talaga siya. Like, very, tawag ito, perspektibo na tao na parang hindi siya magpapanik agad. Ako parang, But, yun nga, I think I learned also. Hindi lang siya biglaan. You have to learn how to stop yourself. Like, check yourself. Regulate yourself.
Yeah.
Na parang, wait. What's happening is just, hindi naman ganun ka big deal. Mas malaking problema ng ibang tao. Alam mo yun? Parang maganda pa rin yung buhay natin relatively sa iba.
Exactly.
So yun. So gratitude. Yun yung pinapractice ko ngayon. Like at this stage of my life. Yun yung tinatry kong aralin naman na be grateful.
Ako din, sometimes sabi ko nga, like when I feel lost, I know, let's say my life is so good also, but there are just times where I don't know, maybe because ako sakit ko
It's
din
tougher for you because you're in the public eye more than me. Like you're an artista, you're a pageant girl.
Gets ko din naman, pero parang feeling ko people think my life is so perfect, but like I'm struggling behind, like I am not sure if I'm good enough. Ganyan, may mga issues pa rin ako na.
Inner saboteur.
Yeah, I'm honestly, are you, feeling mo ba like you're your own worst critic? Kasi ako, I'm so tough on myself. Pero it helps me sometimes, but I'm so tough on myself.
Tayong mga
women,
strong women or athletes kami, we're really tough on ourselves kasi nga, alam mo yun, we performance-based kami. So, kung yari isang error lang, diba, error ka sa serve. So, diba, like, parang how do you get over that?
Tama.
Diba? Parang, how do you self-talk out of that na parang, that error's okay lang. There's a next point. There's a next, game. There's a next...
Self-talk.
How do you, like, get over that?
Diba? Parang self-talk is so important.
Mm-hmm.
Parang I read this study. Men think they're actually better than they are, but women think they're worse than they are.
I feel, yun nga, when you shared na you're also self-doubting, I think for us women, mas mas prominent for us na, yung, alam mo yun, lalo na may, yung sa mga career woman na parang, did I do this right? Did
you
I
think may
say
affect
that right
yung
word?
social media? Like,
of course.
No?
Especially now at our with our generation at this age and time. Grabe yung social media.
grabe. Like, I honestly get so stressed. And recently, feeling ko nga, like, let's, for example, they changed the algorithm because sometimes I can be on my phone for so long na hindi ko na for me, like, brain rot is
Yes.
real.
As in, like,
I want to
doom
get off
scroll.
it. Yeah.
Actually, that's why I started reading books. Kasi,
You know, I'm back to it again.
okay,
It's so
yay.
calming, no? Like,
Yes.
it's so peaceful. Sometimes I just want to throw my phone.
That's why yun nga, you have to check yourself. Kasi naiinis rin ako na 1 hour na ako nasa phone.
Ako din.
What was that? So that's why you really have to check yourself. Oops. Medyo masyado ka ng ano. And my kids will see me on my phone
That's
all the
true.
time. And ayoko
That's true.
yun. That's why I always try to be aware to like be, stop na, tama na yan. Doom
Yeah.
scroll ka lang. Or online shopping ka lang. Tama na. So I just pick
I
up
think
a
same
book.
nga tayo nung pinag-shopping. Black Friday na tomorrow. Black Friday
I
na tomorrow.
know.
Hindi naman ito hinging clue. Diba?
Yeah. So, I guess I'll just find an outlet. Yun din, siguro for us.
Okay.
Like, aside from grounding yourself, meditating, it's nice to find an outlet, like a hobby, like reading. Hindi naman kailangan social na, diba? Like, reading is good. Like,
Yeah.
books are good to collect. It's a nice collection if you have nice books. Reading, and then kahit mga walking, exercising.
You still exercise a lot. I see you at the gym.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
That I don't think that part will ever.
Yun nga, I feel gusto ko talagang na gumagala. I like movement. I love working out. I like trying new sports.
Okay.
Yes. And that's what I learned when I stopped playing professional volleyball. I had so much time. So I had so much time to try pickleball, tennis, swimming, yun, lahat. So, I'm happy. Kaya siguro now na masasabi ko guilt-free yung or at peace yung decision ko kasi na-experience kong maraming time and alam mo yun, nag-open talaga yung world ko. And yun, we were able to reconnect.
That's
diba?
true.
So, that's a nice point then for people who wants to like take that jump.
Aside from, sabi mo nga, your world open up, how else lumawak yung mundo mo?
I think lumawak in a way na I met so many new people, and I like pala socializing, I like parties,
Yeah.
I like dinners. So, yun, hindi ko naman alam, dati naman matutulog lang ako. Like, I'm just gonna sleep. Like 9 p.m. no matter what. No. Like, kahit mag-ingay yung mga kids, mag-2K yung sister ko, tsaka kasi,
Yeah.
I must sleep. So, it opened up in a way na it also nourished my soul in a social way. I like socializing pala. And I like eating nice food. Yung mga dinners, I like being with friends.
Parang would you say you grew exponentially?
Exponentially in a way na I grew siguro in my soul na parang na-reach ko yung gusto ko rin na thank you na I stopped playing because I was able to grow pa. Yun, feeling ko yung mga tao, gusto nila minsan they leave a job because they want growth.
Yeah.
And they don't know if
Yeah.
it will be the right decision. But I think it's always nice to take that leap because you never know it. It's always for the best sana. Pero, di ba, hindi naman, kung worst man, edi pivot ka, that's life-changing.
True.
Di ba? Okay lang
Fail
man
fast, move on faster.
Yeah. Ay, gusto ko yun.
Gusto ko din yung sinabi mo. You said something that struck me, something about courage and bravery.
Yes.
What was that quote again?
So, during my professional career, I was able to, consult with a sports psych, Sir Marcos.
Okay.
And like, we were talking about courage. Kasi, kunyari, biglang tatawagin ng coach mo. Tapos papaservicein ka lang bigla. Tapos malamig pa yung, hindi ka ba naka-warm up? So, alam mo yun, nakakatakot talaga. So, he told me that there's no courage if you don't walk the line of fear. So, parang ako, oo nga naman. So, kunyari, yung kaba kong yun, that fear in me, it's not bad. It's good because it will give you the courage
Okay.
to perform, to do what you need to do. Kasi nga, sometimes, diba, there is a difference between bravery and courage. Bravery is that, you can do it. You just have to do it. Pero yung courage, may
So courage
uncertainty.
is would you say like taking the leap.
Yes,
And
parang
then
yung
bravery
courage.
is knowing you can do
Yeah,
it.
knowing you can do it. I think yung courage is, yung fear mo is the fear of the unknown. What if I
Okay.
fail? What if
Yeah.
I don't do this? What
Yeah.
if, so you just have to have the courage to just do the thing you need to do. Parang you just have the courage to push through.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
that. So I read somewhere, parang the job of the I read somewhere that our jobs Tuloy. I read somewhere that our brain is wired to keep us safe. So, sabi mo nga, there's fear, there's also love. So every time we sense fear, the brain immediately tells us that we need to go back to our safe space.
Yeah.
It doesn't really force us to go and do that thing because it's signaling fear.
Fight or flight.
Exactly.
Diba?
So
Okay.
that's why they say that. So that's why they say life begins at the. Sorry. That's why they say life begins at the end of your comfort zone. So you just have to push and have that
Yes.
courage and bravery to overcome that fear.
Max. Ikaw, anong ganon? Anong like, you needed courage?
Oh my God. Ako naman, I need so much push from the people around me. Kasi I feel like this is so bad, but I feel like I'm naturally self-doubtful because I want to be so perfect.
Okay. I mean, you were trained. Diba? I mean,
Kind
like,
of, yeah.
pageant, kailangan
Kind
lahat,
of like everything is
walang
pulido, like
Yeah.
everything is a 10 out of 10.
Now, how
if
long
not-
did you do pageant ba, diba?
Oh yeah, I did like parang 3 years.
Well, 3 years of your
Not
life, you had to
bad.
be perfect. So I guess,
Diba? And then it
na-train
carries
ka.
over to the
Yeah.
things you do. Tama.
Tama naman. Kasi parang as an athlete, diba? Kailangan, as in like efficiency is really important for
Yeah.
volleyball. Kasi one error can cost you a game. Parang
Exactly.
ganon. Oo.
Do you actually I always wonder with like a team sport, when you do something wrong, parang
Ikaw sisisihin.
Oo.
Pag immature yung mga teammates.
so nangyayari talaga.
Yung mga fans, like now they're very
You know,
critical.
honestly, I heard that the volleyball girls have one of the strongest fan base.
Yes, and I think kasi nga, yung mga volleyball players now, parang aspirational, strong,
Yeah, oo.
driven women na can
Okay,
play
okay.
volleyball and beautiful. And kaya siguro lumaki rin yung volleyball community and nagkaroon ng fandom dahil nga, you know, you see these ladies before mga artista lang titingnan
Okay,
natin.
yeah.
But now we have athletes, women athletes that you can look up to. So I
Exactly.
guess
And they see themselves in you
yeah,
guys.
nagva-vary na rin na parang aside from, you know, artists dati, mga artista, you have other women and like women in sports to look up to. Like Heidelin Diaz,
Yeah.
diba? Alex Ayala.
Yeah.
Yun. Kaya ako nag-tennis.
Amazing. How are you in tennis? Magaling ka na ba?
Hindi.
Okay,
Pero mas
okay.
magaling kayo kasi mas nag-tennis ka eh. Mas
Mas
pickleball.
magaling si Emil.
Talaga. Mas pickleball ako kasi it's so easy. Plus, yun nga, I like the social part of pickleball.
Pickleball.
Kung saan ako naabot sa pickleball.
I've never...
Try it.
Parang-
I think it's gonna be so easy for
Yeah?
you. Yeah, because you know how to play tennis. It's,
I have this thing where kapag hindi pa ako magaling in like
ayaw mo
a
na.
few minutes,
Ayaw mo
ayoko
na.
na. Ganyan.
Okay. So how do you
Pero I can
overcome
naman.
that?
No, parang... I feel like I really have to want it.
Yeah. Okay.
But actually, what you said earlier, or what I found interesting was sabi mo that you've always wanted to be a housewife.
yes.
That's so interesting to me, and it's so refreshing because I feel like when we ask women now, it's not
career doctor.
exactly, we're very career oriented, and it's so refreshing to hear from you na you just wanted to become a housewife. Can you
Yes.
expound
I
on
think,
that?
nung time na yun, I was in college and the professor asked, what do you want to be when you grow up, yung career? Sabi ko, resign ako. I want to be a housewife. So everybody laughed at me. I'm like, bakit ba? So now I'm laughing at you guys. I'm living the dream. So, alam mo yun, like people underestimate motherhood.
Yeah.
The mothers there na it may not be a career, but you guys we are the foundation of your home, of your
That's
family.
beautiful.
So parang, it may not be a career, but you know, you are raising children that's gonna be out in the world.
Exactly.
So, alam mo yung wish ko lang, Kylie, for my kids is that they grow up to be kind, decent human being citizens, like, alam mo yun lang talaga, just be kind. Alam mo, ngayon, diba,
Yeah.
especially in our country right now, hindi ako makapaniwala sa mga nangyayari. Na
No,
parang,
it's crazy.
am I naive na kaya nilang gawin yun? Kaya nilang
Exactly.
magnakaw? Kaya nilang maging corrupt? So parang, ang hirap isipin yun. For me na
Yeah.
parang, may ganun palang tao. Alam mo yun?
Do you believe in parang anong masasabi mo sa mga women who say that hindi siya noble? Actually, yung question ko is, how do you balance yung motherhood but still wanting to do your own thing? Parang still, I know you had a child, but still wanting to play professional volleyball, but still being a housewife. I feel like now you can be both. You can be a housewife, but you still can achieve your dreams. How did you balance that?
There's no secret. Kasi, swerte lang tayo here sa Philippines. Kasi we have helpers.
Yeah.
And we have...
That is a big
we
factor,
We
no?
are closely knit, so I can ask my mom to help me
Okay.
take care of my kids.
Okay.
I can ask my mother-in-law to drop my kids there.
Yeah.
So I feel like in my situation, I was just fortunate to have helpers. Lino would get me a nurse.
Okay.
Lino would get me a midwife
that.
when I give birth. So parang I was able to come back after 4 months of giving birth.
Right away.
CS. To professionally playing volleyball. Like 2018, I gave birth to my bunso Lily, March. And then by December 2018, I'm
Oh my
already
goodness.
nag-champion na ako sa
Oh my
volleyball.
God.
So parang, I feel like in my situation, it's just easier for me to balance because I have all the help that I can
Okay.
get. So, hindi secret yun. Like,
Okay.
swerte lang talaga na well-provided ako.
Galing. And you mentioned Lino.
Yes.
Lino was such a big part and is such a big part of your life. By the way, I worked with Derek Lino in one of my last films, Elevator. It's still out on Netflix,
Yes,
guys.
number 1 on Netflix.
Number 1
2
on
weeks.
Netflix.
Big deal pala yun. I didn't know.
I know.
Na hindi pala lahat ng movies number 1. So,
Oh.
when Lino told me na, uy, number 1 kami, Elevator.
And matagal, no? For like
Yes,
2 weeks.
Yes. Big deal yun. Parang, yeah.
Guys, if you haven't watched Elevator on Netflix, it's me and Paula Bellino, directed by Philip King. And of
Yes.
course, produced, diba?
Yeah, produced by Rain Entertainment.
Produced by Rain Entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay, do you believe na may masculine and feminine roles? How do you deal with that in your relationship?
I do believe na may masculine and feminine roles, but I feel like I do both.
I love that.
Like I can be
do you think
so
you're more
feminine.
masculine, feminine? Because right now I feel like there's this like boss girl era and
Yeah.
soft girl era. Like,
Ikaw nag-boss girl ka.
boss girl ako pero soft girl ako inside.
Yeah.
Parang,
Yun nga.
I'm both, guys.
Yun nga, di ba? Like, you feel like, for me, as an athlete, I can be masculine.
Yeah.
I can be strong. I can be, powerful. But then at the same time, when I'm with Lina, I'm feminine.
No, I think we changed.
Yeah.
We really changed.
So, may duality rin for us na hindi lang naman
Okay.
tayo one or this one. So, we can be both in times na kailangan natin.
I love that.
Yeah.
We can be both.
And there's nothing wrong kung masyado kang feminine. Ano naman, 'di ba? Kung
Exactly.
makarte ka,
Exactly.
'di ba? Kung masaya ka doon, yun yung pinaka-alignment mo sa sarili mo.
We can be both. And I feel
Yes.
like we are both.
And
in
we're
different
very adaptable.
situations. Exactly.
Yes.
You in your whole sports.
Yes.
And then at home, do you
I'm the
think you
mommy.
carry it over?
Pagiging-
Or do you change personality?
split personality. I think as an athlete, syempre, mas lamang si masculine side. But sa bahay, I'm the nurturer. Like, I try to be the nurturer. I'm the fun mom.
You're the cool mom.
Yeah, I'm the cool mom. Pero I think I'm stricter than Lino.
Okay.
Like, yung pagka-athlete ko.
Okay, okay.
Like,
Okay.
like, it's also applying at home. Like, I want the place clean. I want, to be on time. Kunyari, if the kids just don't put away their shoes, I'm like, what is that?
So you're the strict parent.
I feel like I'm the stricter one because sometimes when I train in a bubble or I have games abroad or outside, the out of town games. When I come home, woo! Saya nila lahat. Like there would be healthy options. Like there would be snacks everywhere and toys everywhere. And I'm like, what's happening? Yeah, because I think Lino's a spoiler. Like, yung love language niya is gifts. Which I don't complain. The gifts.
I think that's the best part.
I know.
And what is your love language?
I think my love
like, do you just
language
say
is...
thank you and then happiness?
I know. My love language is service. Kasi lang may bigay ko. My love language is quality time and touch.
Aww.
And you know what I
Same
learned?
tayo.
What I learned recently that Lino likes words of affirmation.
Aww.
Diba? I mean, you're growing up together with your partner. So
Yeah.
it's nice to make an effort then to learn something new from them or find out something new about them.
So now, Phil, we're moving on to the next
Okay.
segment of the podcast. I want to try something new. So this is going to be hot takes. So we're going to
Okay.
talk about, this is, kumbaga, yung question and answer portion. So Miss Universe.
So Miss Universe. Oh my
Miss
goodness.
Uni-
Top 5 na
This,
ako.
top 5. Actually,
Miss
top 5 ka
Right,
na.
top 5 yung question and answer. Thank you. I made it to the top 5 of
So
Miss
ito na yung
Universe.
top 5 question and answer portion.
Okay.
Because we will be talking about current events.
Okay. Ay, hot takes to. Okay.
Welcome to Hot Takes. So, Phil, you've seen the government up close. And right now, there's so much scandal happening in the Philippines with
Corruption. I
with
talked
corruption,
about, yeah.
the flood control issue. What do you have to say about it? I mean, you were the first lady of the the ex-mayor of BGC. So I want to know, like, do you still believe or trust in the government with everything that's happening?
You know what? It's siguro as a citizen, as a Filipino citizen, parang yung mood, yung feelings ngayon, it's exhausting na.
Yeah.
Na parang paulit-ulit. I feel like we're stuck in a cycle, not system, na how do we get out of it? Na people are angry,
Yeah.
but there's nothing happening.
Exactly.
And I really admire people who stood up against corruption. Like Lino had
Yeah.
a statement about corruption. And
I know, I really
my
like
school,
that.
my girls' school, St. Scholastica's College Manila, released a statement. Like they emailed us parents about their stand against corruption.
love that.
So parang, we really have to take a stand na this is wrong. We have to stop this. How do we break the cycle of the system na yung mga taong nasa taas lang, yung nakikinabang, and they're like stealing money. Diba? Nakakapagod. Kaya nga, I admire people na really are still fighting till now. Na parang, mali yan, diba? Tigil nyo yan. Yan.
What do you think about recently Zaldy went out and he mentioned
I
that
know.
he mentioned, I don't know, he threw some names out there. What do you
Yes.
think kung totoo man to or hindi?
It's hard. I think he is stuck in the corner na sabi niya nga siya yung poster boy, ginawang
Exactly.
poster boy ng corruption. But it's getting messy, and even Amy Marcos statement, I'm like,
They're just coming out more.
I
and
know,
more and
parang
more.
it's just becoming so messy, and nobody likes anyone airing out their dirty
Dirty laundry.
laundry, diba? So parang I think it left a bad taste in people's mouth na parang, why would you do that to your
Yeah.
own brother, to your family? And malaking issue rin yun, diba? So I feel like sobrang gulo na, and we really need, and I believe there are good people in government still na really believe in, change talaga, and there are good people who wants to work hard na
Yeah.
talaga, like si Sec Vince Dizon, he's
I
really,
love him.
Yes, he's really working. Yung
What-
itsura
did-
niya nga,
I saw this
haggard-haggard
meme na parang before and after
Yes.
entering.
So, let's not lose hope. There are people who are, wants to work for the better. Then there are still good people in government.
I feel like the whole system is corrupt.
Yeah.
It's like
Gusto ko
systemic.
sila i-wash away.
Parang
Like, pwede
so
bang-
inbred na parang kung sino man yung ilagay doon, corrupt yung buong system,
Yeah.
hindi siya gagana.
I know.
So, for years, it's been happening. And just over the past few months, I was shocked about the amounts being blown. Like, these amounts,
You know,
These-
I thought I saw money, but what is that? Diba?
Right?
Parang, what is that? Why do you need so much money?
Like, what do they do with the money?
I
Like, they're
know.
literally, they don't even hide the money. Pinagbibili lang nila ng mga,
I know. They gamble it.
Like,
They gamble
Hermes,
it
ng mga
and
Birkin.
they shop for it. I mean, masarap naman gusto ko lang naman din mag-shopping, pero girl, may hangganan yung,
To-
diba?
to that level.
Diba? Hindi naman lahat mabibili, diba?
exactly.
Yun.
Fun fact, no, parang we used to live in, parang same kami ng unit ni Zaldy ko, but he used to live under us. And we were always wondering who lived below the unit because it was filled with these orange boxes. And I wasn't sure kung,
Orange Hermes Park.
yes, pero nung
Wow.
pumuntok yung news, nakita namin na we lived in the same tower. And then, unit niya was under us. And ang daming like Hermes
Talaga.
boxes all over.
May laman kaya yun? Parang parang giveaway. I feel like kapag guest ka na, no? Giveaway, get an orange box, diba?
Pero nakakagalit because that money was supposed to go to
Yeah.
the Filipino people.
You know, Lino.
Infrastructure, education.
Yes. I mean, like, Lino was in
I
a
love what you said,
forum.
by the way,
Yeah.
about, if you're a leader and then if you don't see yourself as leader, that you yourself should step down.
Yes, like, yung accountability.
Exactly.
Like, ako, growing up, I've been thrust to leadership position, like team captain. And kung mag-fail yung team ko, I would like be embarrassed
Exactly.
and feel na
You go down with your ship, your team.
Yun nga, na pag natalo, lahat tayo talo. I
Exactly.
mean, that's what I learned from being in a champion team na everyone has to be on board. Everyone has to believe na kaya natin mag-champion. Kasi kung may isa lang dyan na di naniniwala or may isa lang dyang masama or may masamang balak,
The whole...
the boat will sink. Ganon. So parang, yun nga, Lino was in a forum in Q Cinema last week and he said na, if I can talk about flood control, 1% of that flood control is 8 billion. Imagine how many movies we can make out of
Exactly.
that. So parang, sayang, kasi it could have made us a better country and
Country?
progress and, diba, everyone's just working hard to get by.
We work so hard.
And itong mga taong to, nagsho-shortcut, tamad.
Ninanakaw.
Yun nga eh.
Pera
So
ng
parang
bayan.
nakakainis, diba? Mapapamura ka talaga.
Exactly.
Like, Vice ganda nung rally, parang, like, ramdam ko yun na parang, yes, buti na lang Vice said it. Because that's what I felt during that time na
Diba?
yung rally na yun. Yeah.
Ninanakaw lang nila yung pera ng bayan.
Sabi
Our
nga ng mga-
hardworking money, bulsa nila.
Yeah, sabi nga, pwede ba mag-tax break? Kasi alam naman namin di mapupunta yan sa...
Kaya nga.
Hindi naman babalik sa atin yan as citizens, diba?
Parang we need better leaders.
Yes. Yun nga, parang what do we need to do to like break this cycle ng systemic corruption eh.
What do you think we can do?
I feel like kailangan may makulong. Kailangan talaga.
Tama.
May nga nakulong
Meron
na.
Meron
Pero
na. We need more.
I want bigger heads.
They're like lower level
Yeah, I
people.
want bigger fish like Marie
Exactly.
Antoinette. Off with their heads. Let them eat cake. Diba? Or kulong yung mga yan.
We need bigger names. We
Yun
need them
nga.
not to
I
be
want
afraid.
Heads. Like, I feel like yung mga tao, I want heads. I want,
Diba?
Sorry.
Ilabas nila yung...
Oo, yeah. Guillotine. Yun, gano'n na
Raw, savage.
Yes. Kasi nga, hindi na natututo eh. Tayo rin nakakalimot.
At saka, the more na we let this happen, mas gagawin pa nila.
Yeah. Totoo, na parang, ano lang, petty
Diba?
crime.
Oh,
na
don't do that again, ha? Ganyan.
Oo, nakakainis, diba? So, sabi ko, ikulong nyo ng mga yan para, alam mo yun, tapos, babawasan natin yung sentence, yung 10 years, kung babalik niyo yung pera.
Exactly. Actually,
Restitution.
nangyari yun, let's say, in the country na parang, because yung corruption was so rampant na ang sinabi nila, ibalik niyo yung pera, babawasan namin yung sentence niyo.
Pero kulong pa rin kayo.
Pero kulong kayo.
Yes. So, diba, if they can do that, why not tayo rin na take accountability? Pero like, yun nga, sabi ko, it's exhausting kasi, magpapasko na. Diba? Magpapasko na. Like,
Pasko lang, sana pa Masko sa
Pamaskong handog
taong
nyo naman.
bayan. Handog niyo naman yung...
yes.
Mga-
Justice. Diba? Ayun.
And if you think about it, let's say punta ka sa Singapore, Thailand, na it's an hour away. They're so developed.
Yes.
Years ahead than the Philippines. Infrastructure, education. Tayo.
I know.
Because ninako nila yung pera, tapos they still blame us that we're poor.
Yeah. And yun nga, I think, Sa education pa lang, yung mga classrooms natin, ang sama, like 22 classrooms per year. And you know what? I used to play palarong pangbansa. I slept in those classrooms and like, it was bad. Like, the banyo would be
Yeah.
inside the classroom. Tapos,
It's
nandiyan lang.
so bad.
Yeah. Natutulog
Kung
kami sa
nakapunta
classroom
man
kami.
kayo sa mga public school or public hospital, sobrang
Yeah.
lala.
Yun nga, like, sabi ni Lino, kung yung flood control ng Taguig, we didn't spend for that. I could have built 10 hospitals.
Exactly.
Like,
The
diba?
money
Yun
could have
nga
gone
eh.
to us.
So that's why we need good leaders, like progressive young leaders, women and men.
Women and men.
Yeah.
Let's say SSI released a statement that 49% of sales went down ever since.
Totoo ba yun?
Yes.
My
and
goodness.
actually confirmed talking to more people
As
also.
persons na mahilig mag-shop.
Oh, as in sale 49%. Imagine that 1% affected 49% of sales.
Dito sa Metro Manila.
Philippines.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm speaking also to other business owners. Grabe yung pagputok ng news, bumaba yung
sales. That's
So that
interesting.
1% holds the whole chunk. Ang laki.
Yeah. Someone should study that.
Right?
No? Someone should do a study about that na trends, ano yun, sales trend in the Philippines and corruption scandal.
Actually, interesting. Interesting.
Ano mga ano dyan,
Pakilabas
DOST,
nga dito yung
mga
ano.
scientists dyan. Paki-study naman, please. Thank you.
Shay Mitchell just released these face masks for kids. I want to know your opinion on it as a mother.
Yes. So, it was like, when it got out, grab the noise, in my page, like, because I am a fan of Shay Mitchell.
Okay, okay.
Little Liars, diba? And then, yung brand niya na luggage,
Yeah.
yung travel. And then now,
She has half
I was surprised.
Spanish? No,
Yeah.
siya.
I was surprised that she launched the face mask for kids.
Yeah.
But ako no hate. Because, alam mo yon, the beauty industry created that market.
Exactly.
Created that demand. Because I do face mask. And then my girls will see me. My girls are like 7 and 9, especially Nene. My 9-year-old would do skincare face masks. So, I get the hate coming from beauty influencers, other moms. I get the hate. Now, why do we need that? But the beauty industry created that
Yeah.
demand. Like, I'm that market.
Yeah.
I'm that market they're catering
So
to.
you like it.
I don't hate it, but I will try it.
You
like,
buy it.
I will buy
You're a
it.
customer.
Yeah, I am a customer, and I think na it's for kids. It's made for kids. I know in my mind, this is safe for her skin. There's no like side effect. Kasi there are some masks naman na like has retinol, has
Yeah.
collagen. But like, do I really, like, those are the masks. Now, you can't use that kasi sometimes my kid would just rummage through my things, diba?
And then
you
just
can't
like-
avoid that. They're gonna touch your things. So, and they'll just get, I don't know sometimes.
What about makeup for your kids?
Yeah, my second. But I can't do anything about it kasi pinaglihi ko siya sa makeup. When I was pregnant, that was the time na I really loved makeup. I would watch all the YouTube videos, Jaclyn Hill, yung mga OG,
Yeah.
YouTube Jeffree Star, Manny MUA.
Oh my
so,
God, you knew them.
yeah, and I wanted to be a beauty YouTuber. 2016. I would buy their collaborations.
Yeah.
And so I was pregnant then. So doon ko siya panaglihi. So now she loves beauty products. She'll go to my makeup stuff and then like, can I use this? Ako, no, that's expensive. Use this one. Kasi sa
The cheaper
yeah,
ones.
the drugstore. You use the drugstore one, not the high end. So for me, the Shay Mitchell launch, I get the concern, the noise about, the hate about it. But in the end of the day, it's the beauty industry that created that demand.
Exactly.
And I'm the customer.
But what do you say about, let's say, it's bad for them to start young?
Yeah, yung self-image nila
Yeah.
about. I also
How do you
saw that comment.
Actually teach your kids? Parang what
Yes.
do you tell them, let's say, at that age, 11, 7, and
9.
9?
Yeah.
How do you teach them self-confidence?
Just words of affirmation for me. Kasi like,
that's beautiful.
I think growing up, I didn't hear it enough na, you're beautiful. Or
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like, my sister nakakainis, sabi ko, when I look back at photos, sabi ko sa sister ko, just now, ay, cute pala ako dati. Sabi ni ate ko, oh, malama, oh, cute ka naman talaga. I just didn't wanna say it, duh. Alam mo yun, like, I didn't hear it enough.
You were craving it.
Yes. So, it was just Lino who convinced me na, okay naman pala ako. I mean, normal looking naman pala. I mean, like Lino would be like, oh, ganda, kakagising ko lang, and Lino would be like, you're so beautiful. Like, pinagsasabi nito. But so now, with my girls, with Ino, with my boys, I go, oh, you're so cute. Ay, so like, words of affirmation na parang, if it's coming from me now, kasi I'm sure they will believe it. Alam mo yun, ako yung ano nila eh. Ako yung first ano nila
Exactly.
teacher, first, diba, I'm
Everything.
always around them. So, I try to, give them words of affirmation. Pero sabi ni Lino, kalma lang, baka naman pa-humble din. But like, i-balance. Hirap din i-balance eh. Kasi baka alam mo yun, yung humility mawala. Diba? So parang, yun. Ang hirap ngayon kasi ang dami mo kailangang ituro. For like, it's like, si Neneng, yeah, gano'n. Character, yeah, I woke up like this. So ko, Neneng, sometimes it's nice to be humble.
But Mom, you taught me to be like this.
So, yun na. Especially with my girls, I, try to, just tell them, oh, you're so pretty naman. Oh, I like that. Or like, I like your outfit. Ganun lang. Very girls pa. Girl pa. Para lang, alam mo yun, to gain that confidence. Kasi siguro ako, yun yung insecurity ko growing up na I didn't hear it enough. Okay. And I didn't know. Like, alam yung may ugly duckling stage talaga.
Yeah.
So I think I went through that stage na parang, I'm just there. And I had volleyball. That's why siguro sobrang galing ko na sa volleyball. Kasi
Because
yun yung alam ko. Yun yung magaling ako.
Maybe because people were praising you, ang galing mo, galing mo dito. So okay, this is what
So yan.
Yes.
Healing.
Now you're in your healing era.
Nag-healing tayo dito.
Okay, so moving on to the last, and we want to be completely honest, but this will be the dilemma part of the podcast. So this is where we've asked our
Di ba yun
viewers.
ay, may boo pala yun. Ay, yung dilemma na song.
My boo.
Yun ba yun?
I wonder you were
Yeah, go.
Nakita na yung age natin. I love Usher ba yun?
Usher, yeah.
Usher. Okay, so but this part, we asked our viewers to send in mga dilemmas in their lives. So our first, and then you're gonna advise them.
Okay.
And then
I will try my best.
Phyllis gonna advise you guys, and I will chime in to the advice, and then we both come up with our final advice to you.
Game.
Okay, so the first dilemma is from Sarah, 28, Quezon City, Sarah Labati.
Lako, ito na naman.
My friend.
Just issue siya ngayon.
I know, she's my friend po
Ano
naman.
nangyari doon?
Chika ko.
Sige. Mamaya na. Si Sarah kasi, go Sarah.
Sarah kasi, from Quezon. This dilemma comes from Sarah, 28, in Quezon City. She writes, I am the main breadwinner for my family. I have a good job in marketing, but every month I'm expected to give most of my salary to my parents and siblings. My mom guilt trips me when I say I need to save for my own future. Gusto ko bumili ng condo or start a business. Pero sabi ng boyfriend ko I need to set boundaries. But I feel so selfish even thinking about it. My parents sacrificed everything for my education. Do I owe them this? But I also feel like I'm never gonna move forward with my own life. What should I do? And ayoko naman masabihan na wala akong utang na loob.
Yeah. Utang na loob is very prominent value in Filipino culture. Kasi ang dami na nadali dahil sa utang na loob na yan. Na parang grabe yung bigat niyan. Yung siguro the word is more heavier in Filipino yung utang na loob? Or ano ba? Mahiya ka. Ano yung utang na loob in English?
Describe nga natin to mga English. Like, utang na loob is a deep sense of gratitude and moral obligation. It's a feeling na you owe them loyalty and respect, pero long term.
Yeah, forever.
Forever. Like, how long is this utang na loob?
And I think for Sarah, obligasyon ng mga parents natin, buhayin tayo, paaralin tayo, damitan tayo, bigyan tayong tahanan. Kaya, I think like yung utang na loob na yan is, nandyan yan. Of course, you have to be, grateful.
Yeah.
Pero you have to set your boundaries kasi you're 28,
That's right.
you're considered as an adult. And I do understand her frustration na she wants to save money for herself, buy a condo, invest in businesses she's interested in. So I understand Sarah's frustration na she can't save for herself because not even half, most of her salary goes to the parents. So agree ako sa boyfriend ni Sarah to set that boundary na it's easy naman. Siguro, hindi ko alam kung ano relationship ni Sarah sa mom. Sabi ni guilt trip. Pero I feel like Sarah can sit down with her parents, alam mo yon, and say, ano bang kailangan niyo per month? Grocery?
I like that.
Ano ba? Like, ano bang rent, grocery? Ano bang kailangan? Sige, compute natin, sige, eto, kunyari, 10,000 per month. Sige, sensya na, pero kaya ko lang 5,000 a month. For sure, 5,000 a month, mabibigyan kita. Pero kung 10,000, hindi ko kaya. Like, meron din akong, alam mo yun, parang kung kaya niya i-communicate yun, that would be so easy. Pero like, kunyari, if I give all of my sweldo, like, anong matitira? Like, you work, but sometimes you get depleted when you give
Exactly.
everything and walang matitira sa'yo. So, siguro ito nga, yung sa ating mga Pinoy, lagi tayong best foot forward for others, but we forget ourselves.
Don't you think minsan hindi tayo marunong mag-no?
Yes, we're very,
We're very agreeable.
People pleasing is really strong in us. Yes.
Innate in us. Maybe because we are a third world country.
Siguro yung colonial mentality natin. We were colonized for so long.
Many years.
Spanish,
Japanese,
American. So parang
we're
we
like
always,
a mix of everything.
diba, we wanted to always please them. They're our masters. They are our masters.
And we never really found
Sino ba tayo?
until recently na in-embrace na lang natin. But we're a mix of all these different cultures.
And I like that, sabi mo nga recently, like more brands are embracing Filipino culture, music, diba, movies. So, nagsastart sa art. So, I feel like for Sarah, yun nga, kung kaya mo, upuan yung parents mo and meeting kayo. Sige, kunyari, marunong ka makapag-meeting. Meeting tayo, compute natin ha. Kung mag-walk out sila, I mean,
yun lang mabibigay mo eh.
Yun, parang kung walk out sila, ikaw na lang gumawa. Tanong mo si Yaya or si kapatid mo, magkano ba gastos nila dyan? Tapos yun, tapos sabihin mo, na-compute ko, ganyan. Kung pagalitan ka, ba't may na-compute, ganyan? I mean, it's so hard kasi ang daming pwedeng mangyari. Pero, you have to set the boundaries talaga. Kasi, yes, there are your parents, you have to respect them. But at the same time, diba, you have to be on your own na rin. Kaya ka nga nila pinalaki para kaya mo mag-isa, diba? So, parang, just, I guess the best advice is that, set a meeting, kaya kailangan nila 10K a month. So, sabihin mo, kaya ko talaga 5K kasi yung iba, si savings ko, ganyan. Be transparent din. Pero, pag pinagalitan ka, just give 5K. Yun na yun, diba? Kung mag-awayan ka nila, bigyan mo pa na silang 5K every month. Yun na yun, diba? Parang, wala eh. Yun yung boundary mo. But it's gonna be tough, diba? Kung hindi ka lang kakausapin, bigyan mo pa rin. Kasi, diba, kung yung utang na loob pinanghawakan mo, sige lang, they're still your parents, diba? Parang, there's still a relationship and we still want a relationship, diba? Like olive branch na lang. Okay, ganyan.
I feel like dito kasi sa culture natin in the Philippines, it's so our family tie.
We're very close-knit.
We're very
Eastern
family
culture.
Exactly,
Yeah.
very family-oriented na yung utang na loob is deeply engraved in our culture. Pero naintindihan ko din naman yung sinasabi ni Sarah. So sometimes kapag, I also feel guilty kapag, syempre, I'm living a good life and when I see, let's say my family not living the life, I have to, parang, I wanna give to them or make them have the same experiences I have. So I feel that guilt.
Yeah.
Let's say ako.
And I think there's nothing wrong with that. Na parang if you have more, diba?
Then give.
Yeah, you have the capability of sharing your blessings. And yun nga what I learned then na parang, now that I have, it's a good year.
Yeah.
That's the year that I will also bless my friends and family.
And don't
diba?
you
If
think
it's not a
the
good
more-
year, okay lang, kalma lang tayo. Diba?
Exactly. And don't you think the more you give, the more
Yes.
mas maraming bumabalik sa'yo?
Like I feel for myself, kapag naglalabas ako, mas...
comes back, no?
Yeah, it comes back. Siguro, I cannot, parang sa akin para sa experience ko to, or like sa akin, if I keep, nothing goes in. So I really have to like,
I love that.
let it flow, because it flows back.
And sabi, like a good friend of mine who was like into this karmic energy healing, when you give, it should be within your the ones that directly help you. Let's say your family. So when you give more to your family instead to like a friend na a
Hindi naman
distant
true friend.
Exactly.
True
So the more you parang be generous to this inner circle, mas pabalik sa'yo.
Magle-lift up din. Kasi kung happy, kunyari, happy yung sister ko, di ma-happy na rin ako,
Tama.
diba? So, kaya, maganda rin na, really, kung meron, diba, if it's a good year, why not? Bless, diba? Ganun.
Okay, ang final advice namin for Sarah is, I feel like we should, we understand your point, pero set your boundaries.
Yes. It's
Diba?
hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough, but it's something you need to learn. Hindi
know.
siya yung biglaan. Like, matututunan mo yun, masasaktan ka, but setting boundaries is...
And you need to fill your own cup first before pouring into others.
Yes. Ay, ang ganda nun.
Oh, ganda din nun.
Yeah.
Okay, dilemma
Okay na si
number
Sarah.
2. Okay na si
Okay,
Sarah.
okay na si Sarah.
Sarah, I hope you're okay. Okay, moving on to dilemma number 2 is from Mika, 26. Okay lang yung blower.
Yeah.
Moving on to dilemma number 2 is from Mika, 26 from Makati. She says, on paper, I'm doing great. I have a stable corporate job. I'm financially independent. My parents are proud. But I feel completely lost. I don't know what I actually want. I see my friends getting married, having babies, moving abroad. Everyone seems to have a direction except me. I'm not interested in getting married anytime soon. Hindi ko alam kung gusto ko ba ng anak. And honestly, hindi ko din alam kung gusto ko yung trabaho ko. But I feel like I'm supposed to have it figured it all out by now. Am I failing at life?
That's the hardest thing to like think about na, am I a failure? Pero ito nga sabi ko kanina, it's all about perspective.
I love
You
that.
said in the beginning, Mika had a great job. The
Yeah.
parents are proud. She has a career. Pero kasi, I think the problem is, Mika is comparing herself to her friends and to others.
is so true.
And I learned also is that comparison leads to despair.
I love that.
Like, you should
Ako
never
naman,
compare
comparison
yourself.
is the thief of joy.
Yeah, I heard almost,
Right?
comparison is the thief of joy. Yun nga, despair, na parang, despair means like no hope, na parang, yun nga, am I a failure?
Yeah.
Like, is this my life? I don't like this life. I don't even know if I like
Yeah,
my job.
because you're looking at someone else's life and not
Yes.
focusing on yung sarili mong
yeah,
buhay.
like to come to think of it, Mika, ang ganda ng buhay mo.
Yeah.
But, as an independent career woman, you can pack your life and go. Like, you can like go to travel right away. Wala kang, like for me, it's gonna be hard. I'm a mom. Hindi naman ako pwede mag-aral sa Italy, sa Milan ng 2 months. Like, there's an opportunity for Mika to, explore, discover herself. It doesn't mean na everyone's getting married. You have to get married also. Paano kung nag-pack ka ng life sa nag-travel, nahanap mo sa abroad? O, diba? So parang, you have all the opportunity as a single career woman na to just decide for yourself. And that's the best part. You prioritize yourself. Yun.
I love that. I feel like your 20s is your time to explore and to find yourself. I did a TED Talk recently and it was about parang finding yourself and finding your purpose. Minsan kasi naisip natin na we have to find ourselves. I wanna take a break and find ourselves. But yun pala, it's about building yourself. Like finding out what you actually want and then doing it and then taking action. Ito pala yung gusto ko.
I
Ito pala
like
yung
the
hindi ko gusto.
word. I like the
Building
word
yourself.
building yourself.
Yeah.
Kasi sometimes people think that finding yourself is just gonna be like that.
Exactly.
Or like, I'm gonna go to
I
abroad.
found her.
I'm going to Bali.
I'm gonna go to Bali.
Yes, I find myself there.
Why do you find yourselves in Bali, guys?
Or Siargao.
Like, or
Right.
Siargao, I'm gonna
Oo.
find myself. But what if they're just chasing joy?
Yeah, but I like the idea building yourself. Na it has to be built. It's not gonna take a day or like gonna take something radical to change para ma-build. So building means it takes time. It's
Exactly.
a process. So yeah, I like that word, Kylie, building
Thank you.
yourself.
Like finding what works for you. Let's say, nung I was going through depression, hindi ko alam what I wanted. So, nag-painting ako, whatever, acupuncture. Okay, hindi ko yun gusto. Nag-painting ako, okay, gusto ko to. Preschool teacher ako, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
And then slowly, the things you like or the things that bring you joy is,
Yeah.
okay, this is who you are.
Yun nga, I think trying new things then.
Actually, that's so true.
Wait, ang saya kasi I also did that. Like, I went to painting.
Did you feel lost also?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
yung time na I didn't play, I had so much time. I wasn't playing anymore. So, parang that opportunity to try new things
No?
was good pala for me.
Exactly.
Yun, so parang, halos same din
Yeah.
na you try new things. I did pickleball, I did painting class. Ay, ano pa mga class kinukuha ko. Alam mo yun? So,
And then now,
I think,
nagustuhan mo yung pickleball. And then,
yes, and swimming. And like, so, kay Mika, best advice is, it's okay to try new things, I guess. Diba? Na parang, sa'yo lahat. Like, you have the opportunity to decide for yourself. Do everything for yourself. Kaya that's the best part, like now, like coming moms. Diba? Sometimes we lose ourselves giving birth, like having a child. Parang, you lose yourself.
oh, I want to ask on that. Like, postpartum is real,
Yes.
right? Like, how did you go through that? How did you find yourself again?
Postpartum, hindi tinuturo sa atin. Hindi ko nga alam, yun yung postpartum depression. Like,
Naniwala ka ba doon?
Yes, nobody prepares you for that. Na parang everything changes so fast. You just push the baby out. Your hormones are whacked. Diba? So parang it's you think you're going crazy, but you're not. Like, giving birth is such a big, moment in your life. It's so hard. Alam mo, isang paa mo na sa kabaong na if
Can
you're gonna
you-
give birth.
Can you describe like the feeling of postpartum?
I think it's more of like you're exhausted, wala kang tulog. Every 2 hours you have to feed the baby. And then sometimes you don't have help pa. So you do all the feeding, burping, change diaper.
Okay.
And you do that like 24 hours
Okay.
for 3 months. So isipin mo, that's your life for the next 3 months. Hindi ka ba maloloka no? Nasa
Okay,
mom?
okay.
Gets mo? Na
Okay.
parang that's your routine for the next 3 months.
Didn't you have help? Did the help help?
Yeah, absolutely. Like Lino, oh my goodness. I had a nurse, I had a yaya. Like, I had
that.
my mom.
Yeah.
So, sabi ko nga, but there's no secret. Swerte ko lang talaga that Lino provides me with everything that I need.
But despite the help you had, you still were going through
yeah,
postpartum.
because I think the tough part was that my children are so close to each other. I had a toddler, 2 toddlers, and a newborn. Imagine that. So, yeah, that was tough. But, I don't know, man. I got over it. And, Lino really was stepped up so much na parang, sabi niya, yeah, let's go. Like, nag-travel kami.
Aw.
Para lang maka-pause. And I know I love traveling also and just getting a new environment. So, I do believe that postpartum is true, postpartum depression, and mommies should be given more grace. Na new moms, like newborn, may mga newborn should be, be well taken care of. Hindi mo sa mga Korean or mga Chinese culture.
Yeah.
Pag nanganak ka, nasa nursing, nasa home ka, you're all pampered. Kasi ang hirap talaga manganak kayo. Hindi ka na natakot. Pero it's something that, us women goes through, but it's life-changing for the better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have an identity crisis? Because from sa mga naririnig ko, parang namimiss nila yung old self nila before they were a mom. Did that happen to you?
I think, no. Kasi I was able to go back to playing eh.
Okay.
So I was able to
So it was more
have an
yung-
outlet right away. It's more of
Change
like
of
just,
life.
change ng, of course, I have 3 kids na bigla in a span of, like 5 years. I had 3 kids.
Oh my
So, right? Grabe. I work so hard.
You work
I
very
so
hard. You deserve everything.
But then I want more kids because
you have baby fever.
yeah,
You
because
had baby
I
fever.
had baby
right?
fever. I want more kids because Lino is a great provider, and instinctively, I want that. My nature wants more. Yan. So si Mika, back to Mika.
Oo nga, no, nakalimutan na namin si Mika.
My best advice is take this opportunity to take care of yourself and put your self first. Like, this is the chance na ikaw ang una, ikaw ang bida. Like, just put yourself first, and that's the best, best years of your life. Na ikaw,
No, exactly.
you prioritize yourself.
I feel like 20s are feeling natin when we're 20s and tanda na natin.
I know.
Parang, oh my God, I'm so old.
Like,
but girl, shut up. You're so young.
23, I was in the end of my UAP career and I felt like a senior. But hindi pa pala. Now I'm 35 and like, I met Lino when he was 35 and I thought he was old. But now I'm 35. Okay, we're not old.
Okay, we're not old.
We're not old.
Oh, the age difference was big there.
12
Like
years
12
kami.
years,
We're
right?
12 years apart ni Lino. Pero it doesn't matter like age gap. I think it's more of like the connection that you have and how you yung connection and kung nagkakasundo talaga kayo or soulmates. Yeah.
So for Mika, I feel like don't rush. Your 20s is a very probably most exciting time of your life.
Agree.
And life is long. I know it's short, but we have so many phases in our lives
Yes.
na we change and we evolve. So I feel like take this time to just build yourself.
Yes,
Build yourself.
Build.
Build. No, not control because you need to build.
Yes.
But I think you're doing fine and you're not lost in life. This is the last part of the show. Can you share us maybe a story or a moment in your life or maybe someone you've met that really changed you for the better?
I think sabi mo nga sa advice mo kay Mika na from the last segment is that life changes. Parang it's a phase. For me, it's a season. When I was in college, UAP season, I learned grit. Like, push through.
Yeah.
Kahit ayaw mo na, gusto ko na mag-quit. Kaso kung mag-quit ako, wala akong scholarship. So, you push through, which turned out to be like really great for me.
Amazing.
Great for me. I became a professional volleyball
One of the best
player.
professional volleyball players.
And then that stabilized my volleyball
career.
and stardom.
Yes, and
Yeah,
stardom.
so with that season, I learned grit. And this season in my life, I am trying to learn gratitude.
Oh, that's
Just
beautiful.
to be thankful, to be grateful na, I made it. I mean, I have 3 beautiful children. I have a husband, I'm a mom. I'm living the dream. So yun talaga, like everyday practice gratitude na life is good for me. If evil eye, black. Parang yung gratitude lang na yung perspective na, like, just be grateful with what you have. So, I think like, yun nga, now that I am focusing on being a mom, I just cherish the moments with my family, with my kids, and with Lino. So, it's a season. Life goes up or down. It may be tough, but every time you're having a tough day, just ground yourself and think and pray, or na just think of the things that you're grateful for.
Oh, that's beautiful. Do you think you found your purpose in life being a mother?
Alam mo minsan, inisip ko, with my volleyball career, parang okay na ako eh. Wala na, parang is that the pinnacle of my life?
Yun na ba yung peak ko?
Yun na ba yung peak ko? Parang yun na, self-doubt. Yun na ba
Oo.
yung peak ko pagiging volleyball? So kung ganun, okay na ako. May legacy na ako. Alam mo, should I give up?
Pero feeling ko meron pa.
Yeah, should I give up? But now that I'm a mom, diba? This is also another season in my life that I'm trying to also grow with my kids.
Yeah.
To learn things with my kids, what I like, what they like. And I feel like hindi pa tapos. Like, I wanna see my
Hindi pa
girls,
tapos.
my kids grow up. I wanna, grow up with them, Parang now is the best stage with my girls. before bedtime, nagsasayawan lang kami ng cat's eye.
Oh my God,
Like,
cute.
so that's like the moments I cherish na, they're becoming my teammates.
Yeah.
So my family now is my teammates.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was so beautiful.
Oh,
And to wrap this up, Phil, I learned so much from moving on to transitioning to how you let go to yung gusto ko yung parang Lino helped you change your perspective
Yes.
in life. And sometimes even though we feel lost, we just need a change of perspective and having gratitude,
Yeah.
everything. Gusto ko na you really just wanted to become a housewife,
Yeah.
which was so
Mamathlete.
refreshing.
Thank-
Mamathlete from Mama Phil
Yeah.
to a mother
Yes.
Phil.
Mamacita.
Mamacita. To building a life and finding your purpose with your kids. And now your
Yes.
kids are your family or your teammates. So
Yes.
I learned so much, and thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
being on my podcast.
Yes. I hope almost honest naman ako.
And I think you were completely honest.
Yay. Thank you.
And thank you guys for watching. Do you want to plug in anything?
Wala naman. Hi.
Your podcast.
Wala naman. Hi guys. I'm here.
Oh my God! Please watch Salvage
Salvage
Land.
Land. It's out in the cinemas now, but wala
Direct
akong
Lino's first movie again. His
Yeah,
first movie again.
directing comeback. Yun.
Is there-
Wala naman ipa-plug. Parang, hi.
Go
hi
nga, I
lang.
wanna watch. Gusto ko
Yeah,
panoorin.
sunod kayo.
Panoorin namin ni Emil.
Yes. Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you, Phil. So guys, if you have any more questions or dilemmas you want to ask us, please ask us on our Instagram or on my Instagram, and we'll try our best to answer your dilemmas.